Hi friends, welcome back to Spring Cleaning, your 14-day movement challenge. Today is day 13, stretch. Just focus on being slow and mindful in every pose today. Start at the back of your mat, sitting on your heels, toes tucked under. Close down the eyes if that feels good for you. Hands on the thighs. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Just keep breathing into this sensation. If it's too much for you, you can untuck the toes. But again, throughout practice today, be intentional with every move you make. Release the tuck of the toes. Gently sit back on your heels and clasp your hands behind your back. Maybe take a slight back bend is an option. Or just keep pulling those fists down towards the ground. Keep your gaze neutral. Really opening up the space in the front body and the chest. Good. Next, we're just going to meet in a child's pose. So whenever you're ready, there's option to keep your knees together or to bring your knees further apart. But exhale, drop the head down to the mat, keeping the clasp of the hands. And release the hands when you're ready. Slowly walking the hands out onto the mat. Relax the head, relax the elbows. Good. Option to keep your knees into each other or spread apart, giving your belly more space. Whatever serves you today. Keep relaxing on every exhale. On your next inhale, look up towards the hands. Ground down through the hands, and exhale, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Straighten the legs here, or make that your goal, just to set the hips up higher towards the sky. Draw the armpits down towards the mat, belly button to spine. Ground out through all four corners of the feet and through the hands, really pushing the ground away here. Hold and breathe. Inhale, exhale, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. On your next inhale, draw right knee into chest, and exhale, step it through the hands for crescent lunge. Inhale, lift the upper body, really come up out of the waist here. Ground down through the heel of the right foot and the toes of the left foot. Again, bringing that clasp behind your body, behind your back. Little dynamic stretch here. Really building strength in that right leg while also stretching the front body. Again, breathe, and on every exhale, relax. Release the clasp of the hands, bring your hands to prayer, and straighten out through that right leg, folding over. Stay here or drop the fingertips to the mat for support, and on your exhale, release your forehead towards your knee. An option to turn your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. There's an option to also bring that left foot in closer to the body if this wide stance is too much. Inhale and exhale, don't forget to breathe. Inhale, look up, and exhale, release that left knee down to the mat, untuck the toes and really bend into that right knee, bringing left fingertips to the mat, and right fingertips to hold on to the left foot. So bending into that left knee and really pulling the foot in towards the glutes. Option to keep your left hand flat on the mat or come up on the fingertips. Again, don't forget to breathe. Inhaling into the tension and exhaling, letting it all go. Release the left foot down to the mat, tuck onto the toes, and exhale, straighten out that right leg for half splits. Inhale to lengthen the upper body and exhale to fold over that leg. If available, flex out through that right foot. Maybe you decide to untuck that left foot. Hold, find a comfortable position with the hands on the mat, framing out the calf, that right leg, and staying on the fingertips if necessary, or keeping the upper body lifted. In a few seconds, there's going to be an option to come into your full splits here. So stay here if this is enough, and if it's within your practice, safely come into a full splits. Be gentle with your body. Straighten out through that left leg, and begin to straighten out through that right leg, gently dropping the hips all the way down. Again, stay here or exhale, fold over that right leg. Inhale, come up. Gently bring the right knee towards the right wrist and the right ankle towards left wrist for pigeon pose. Stay here, lifted through the upper body, or exhale, fold, maybe using a block, a rolled up blanket, pillow, or books to support the head. Or an option to bring the body and the head all the way down to the mat. Keep breathing into the tension and out, letting it all go. When you're ready, come up, lift the upper body up, keep the right palm grounded, bend into that left knee. There's an option to grab onto the foot with your left hand. Pull heel into the glutes, feeling the flexibility of the hip today. And there's always an option to take a bind if it's available to you. On your next exhale, lift the body up, hips up and back for downward facing dog. Hold for just a second and we'll take it into the other side. Inhale, pull left knee into chest, and exhale, step your foot through in between the hands. Inhale, lift the upper body, lift the arms up, bending into the left knee, tucking the hips under, and exhale, clasp the hands behind the back body. Continue to draw belly to spine, engaging through the core, pulling the knees in towards the midline of the body to help for support. Keep your gaze neutral and breathe. Release the clasp of the hands and exhale, straighten through the left leg, bringing fingertips to the mat. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Option to bring the right foot in towards the body and bring the fingertips facing the back of the mat. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to bring the forehead closer to the knee. On your next inhale, start to lift through the upper body, and exhale, drop the right knee all the way down to the mat. Untuck through the toes, bend into the left knee. Feel into this posture. Stay here, or option to ground through the right hand and circle the left arm up and over, bending into that right knee and grabbing onto the right foot. Stay on the right hand or onto the fingertips. Keep pulling heel into glutes. Good. Release the foot down to the mat. Frame out that left foot and exhale, straighten through that left leg. Option to flex out through the left toes. An option to keep them pointed. Square out the hips, pulling left hip back and right hip forward. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Notice the flexibility in this leg. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other. But if you feel ready to take splits on this side, feel free to do so and slowly get there at this moment. And if you're with me and you're tighter on the left side, feel free to stay in half splits or maybe come into a low lunge. If you're in that low lunge, straighten out through that right leg and keep bending deeply into the left knee. If you're in splits, fold over your knee, exhale, relax. Wherever you are, slowly and gently start to walk heel to toe your left foot towards the right hand, and letting that left knee drop towards the left hand for pigeon pose. Again, inhale, stay up, lifted through the chest if necessary, or exhale, fold over your leg using a block or blanket if necessary. Keep breathing, loving into the spots that feel super tense. Inhale, release, and either stay in pigeon pose or take a bind with me, bending into the right leg, grabbing onto the foot with the right hand, staying here, or option to hook that right elbow onto the right foot and clasping hands behind the head. Again, these are all options. Please listen to your body. If you're here in this bind, keep your gaze neutral. Relax the shoulders. Pull foot into body. Inhale and exhale, gently and lovingly release. On your next exhale, meet me in downward facing dog. Set the hips up and back. Let this be a meditative pose, finding the stack of the wrists, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the ankles. Hold. Continue to breathe naturally, taking this time to notice the rise and fall of the belly on every exhale and inhale. We're going to take one more fun little posture if it's within your practice. So please stay in downward dog if necessary. But if you want to join me for a headstand, drop the knees, drop the elbows down towards the mat, shoulder width apart, Clasp the hands behind the head, straighten out through the legs, and shift the hips back, lifting the legs up, and slowly and mindfully lifting the legs all the way up until you're in your full posture of headstand. Letting this be as slow and mindful as humanly possible. And gently, once you feel you've been straightened out through the whole body and through the legs, hold for just a second, quieting the mind and allowing a little inversion play for the body. When you're ready, slowly and again as mindfully as you came up, gently lower the legs down to the mat, gently setting the toes down, coming up onto the forearms and walking the feet back. If you're in downward dog, meet us in upward facing dog on your next inhale. Pull the shoulders onto the back body. Keep the glutes engaged. Relax through the neck. Just one more pose, and you'll be done with day 13 of your 14-day movement challenge. Exhale, drop the chest all the way down to the mat. Ground through the hands, let your knees fall wide, and exhale, child's pose. Toes touch, knees the width of the mat, shoulders, elbows, hands are relaxed. Inhale, exhale, relax the jaw. Inhale, fill up the belly in between the thighs. Close the eyes. Notice how lovely your body feels after that deep stretch. You can stay in child's pose for as long as you'd like. This is your practice. You can go back to any poses that you feel served you and that you would like to stay in and linger a little longer in. But if you're ready to release with me, gently walk the hands in towards the knees. Gently bring the knees in towards each other. Inhale and exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Thank yourself for coming today. I thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.